Hi folks, join me in saving paper. We'll show you right now how to print at SIS, and actually some of these tips will work for printing at home as well. First of all, you want to be sure that you're not printing a bazillion pages. Spreadsheets are really large. So right now if I were to say file to print, just like you might in a Word document, I'd actually be printing several pages, and I might not need all of those pages. So you're going to want to be sure to select your print area. Here's how you do it. You highlight the area that you want and then go File, Print Area, Set Print Area. And if you want to print more than one area, you can also highlight another piece of your spreadsheet and then say File, Print Area, Add to Print Area. And now when I go File to Print, I only get these two pieces, my data table and my chart. But my data table looked a little funny. It didn't have any grid lines. There are two things you can do. File to Print, and then here go to Page Setup. At the end there's a thing called Sheet, and check the box that you want the grid lines. So that would work. To print the grid lines. Otherwise, you can go back to your chart and say Format Cells, all those little boxes. You want the outline and you want the inside, and this looks like a real chart, a grid kind of thing. So go ahead and hit OK. Oops, I did it on that one as well because I had that one highlighted. Let me highlight this area and say Format Cells, Outline, Inside. And that's really what we want. Now that I have this the way I want it to look, I can also copy and paste it into a Word document. So I have that part highlighted. I can say Edit Copy, click on a Word document, that's my science fair stuff, and then say Edit Paste. And it'll pop right in there because Word and Excel are both Microsoft programs and they communicate really well with each other. I can do the same for my chart. I can actually just click on it, go Edit, Copy, move into my Word document and kind of go below it. Notice I'm setting my cursor so it doesn't go on top of it. And now I'll say Edit, Paste, and there it is. Nice and neat on your Word document. So feel free to copy and paste it, especially once you've added the grid lines. Remember, to add the grid lines, I was formatting the cells. So I highlighted my table and I went Format Cells, Outline, and Inside to get this grid version. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is when you're printing, and it doesn't matter if you're printing in Word or Excel, you're going to want to make sure that you go File to Print and you turn off the two-sided because you're going to be putting this on a display. You don't want stuff on the back side. So if you go to Layout, I went to Copies and Pages here, and if you don't see all the choices, that just means you need to click the down arrow. I went to Copies and Pages and selected Layout, and right now two-sided is off. So it actually isn't giving me the choice of long edge binding or short edge binding because I only have one page, but you want to deal with this pull-down menu so that it says two-sided off under Layout, how your pages are laid out. The other thing you want to make sure is that when you want it in color, it's in color, and when you don't want it in color, it's not. So I think I want this in color. Let's say I have some kind of key here that you really need to see, and I think this yellow part is very important. So then when I go File to Print, I want to make sure that it's going to print in color. Again, I'm looking at this Copy and Pages pull-down menu, and I'm going to Color or Quality Options. And if there were a box to uncheck, I would have to uncheck it. It's coming up color automatically, which is great. Oh, actually, select the lab color printer. That's what's going on. Now that I have the lab color printer selected, when I go to color or quality options, it gives me this box. Is color really going to just show up as gray, or do I want it in color? So make your decision with this box here. Yes, just gray, or uncheck it. Now you'll get color. So be sure you have the correct printer selected, and when you go File to Print, and you'll get the correct choices. Shame on me. Okay, let me know if you have any questions.